What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Maserati. Today, like I said, I'm going to be bringing you another video regarding this car. I know you probably wanted to see a little more of it than I showed you in the last video, but to start this vlog off right, let's get another cold start on this Maserati Quattroporte. I lied to you guys, I'm sorry, that wasn't a cold start. The car was started a little bit ago so I could move it into this spot, but it still sounds so good. So in this video, we are going to be not reviewing the car, but I'm going to be talking about, that's right, 5 things that I love about this Maserati. Now let's start off with the most obvious, and that is the sound of this car. It sounds so good. Even at idle, it's in sport mode right now, so it's a little louder than regular, but even at idle, this car sounds amazing, and it would be insane if the exhaust sound of this car were not on the top 5. Now, when I'm talking about the way this car sounds, I am mostly talking about the car being in sport mode. But it does sound pretty good in normal mode as well, but when you put it in sport mode, it just gets so much louder. I would even say that it might be too loud for some people, but if you're buying a Maserati, you know, you want to be different, you want to stand out, it's not too loud. Why are you stopped in the middle of a road? That's not the place to stop. Look at this house coming up. I love this house. It's been for sale forever. The house is huge. It's been for sale for years, as long as I can remember. So this car is a supercharged V6. It has 404 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. It is longer than a Mercedes S550 of the same year, 2016. And the Mercedes has a V8 with 450 horsepower and over 500 pound-feet of torque. This car is still faster. This car can get to 60 in 4.4 seconds. The Mercedes is 5.2. That says something about the Italians and about weight savings from a V6 and not a V8. While we're just cruising on this side road, I want to talk about number 2, which is the suspension, ride quality, all of that. Is it as cloudy and soft as an S-Class? No, but that is fine with me. On, you know, going slow on side roads is totally comfortable. It's soft enough, but still able enough. And if you push this button and you put sport suspension on, this car handles amazingly. You can throw this car around highway on and off ramps. It gives you confidence around corners, and you can drive spirited, windy mountain roads with no problem at all. And you don't have to go slower than all your friends, which is crazy to me because I keep coming back to the fact that this car is longer than an S-Class and only 200 pounds lighter, roughly. So the fact that it can handle like this is amazing. Right now, I'm just driving, I'm going 37 miles per hour on some side roads, and it's not, you know, it's not a bad road, but there are bumps, and it's comfortable. Oh, here's a bump. See, if you go over a really big bump, then you're gonna know that you're not in an S-Class, but that's okay. To me, anyways. It's really hard finding a place to park where there aren't any other people lately, but I think I'm just gonna park here. Technically, it's in a lane, but the mall's closed, so I think it should be okay. But I want to show you guys, or I want to let you guys hear the difference between this car in sport mode and this car in regular mode, because it is a significant difference. And if you don't want the car to be loud, it doesn't have to be loud. It can be soft and quiet. So like I said, this car can sound amazing if you want it to be sporty and you want people to hear you, or you just want to hear it yourself, but it can also be pretty quiet if you just want to relax. Number 3 is the way this car looks. I mean, it's Italian, so obviously the way the car looks is going to be on the list, but I think these cars look great. Like I said before in previous videos, I don't know that much about Maserati, but they do a good job, at least on the Quattroporte. I really like their signature grille. I think it makes the front end look really classy, but also like maybe that car is kind of aggressive. The rest of it is pretty modest, but it has this really, really nice body line that goes right here. I think that's pretty elegant. I like it a lot. And then this placement of the Maserati badge, this is really nice as well. And then the back of the car, it looks good. Nothing's too overdone on this car, but you still know that it's something special when you see it. The 4th thing that I love about this car is something that might be small to you or most people, I guess, that are in the market for a big luxury car. But I love this, and I love this in any car that has it, and that is the paddle shifters fixed behind the steering wheel. It's nice having them on the steering wheel because, yeah, they move with the steering wheel, and they're always where your hands are if your hands are always in the same place. But with this, you can shift anytime. So let me show you an example. If you are driving along on the road, you have to make a hard turn. You always know where the shifter is. It's right here. You don't have to flip your hands and shift because you let go of the steering wheel a few times and moved your hands around. The paddles are always exactly where they were 1 second ago, 10 minutes before that, and a year before that. They're always gonna be there. You know exactly where they are. If your hands are in a different configuration than when you were driving in a straight line, then you know exactly where your hand has to go to downshift or upshift. And it just looks cool. Good quality, by the way. I'm pretty sure these are metal. Yeah, those are metal paddles, and they're pretty big. They're a good size. So even if you're turning a little bit, you can grab the upper end of the paddle. If you're turning a little bit this way, you can grab the lower end of the paddle. It just works out great. It looks great, and I really like the size. I really like how they're not tiny little paddles that are kind of subtle or an afterthought. They're big paddles. They're meant to be there, and they're meant to be used, and they're great. Definitely one of the reasons I love driving this car. And for number 5, this is something that I'm not sure is an option. I don't know how this car was spec'd out. I don't have access to the build sheet. It may be an option, it may not, but something that I absolutely love in this car and love in any other car that does it is Alcantara. More Alcantara, more suede, the better for me. And this car has it on the A-pillars. It has it on the mirrors. Sorry, it has those aren't mirrors. I mean, they have mirrors in them, but it has it on the sun guards. It has it on the headliner. It has it on the B pillars. It has it on the C pillars. And it basically just has it anywhere above you or next to you. It's not on the door panels, it's not on the steering wheel, but it's a good move in a car like this because it can look bad and worn out over time. So you cannot go wrong with the leather steering wheel, but there's a lot of it, and I love that. It looks so good. I don't know if this is just in my head or if it's actually happening, but when you put sport suspension on, the steering feels a little heavier and a little nicer. It may be that the power steering is just working less, but I didn't notice that before. Sport suspension also affects the steering, which is awesome. It's always good when steering gets a little heavier, a little more responsive, and just a little more precise overall. Oh yeah, we're stopping. Hi, can I just have a small frosted animal cookie blizzard? Thank you. Yes, look at this, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, that is an entrance only. Okay, we got our DQ. They even did this. So those are 5 things that I really love about this car. There are things that I didn't include that I also really love about this car, but you can only choose 5. What are you gonna do? I had to choose the 5 that I like the most. By far, the best part about this car is driving it, which is exactly what you want out of a car. It can have nice features, it can have nice materials, it can even sound good, but if it's not fun to drive, then in my opinion, what's the point? It's not gonna be as good as a Mercedes luxury car that is gonna be a little softer, a little more refined, and it's not gonna be as good as a true sports car. But you get the best of both worlds in this car, and you just can't find that in a lot of cars unless you spend a ton of money. Let me know what you guys think. Did I miss something that you really like about this car, or did you not like something that I do like? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe you can open my eyes to something that I did not notice about this car. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you liked this video, please smash that like button. If you loved the video, please hit the subscribe button as well. Leave comments, give me opinions, give me thoughts, let me know what you guys think, and I cannot wait to see you guys again next time.